Why are Sigma males celebrated as humanity's most kind and empathetic souls, and what unseen forces shape this paradox? The truth defies expectation. Sigmas aren't just kind. They're the kindest souls, precisely because their compassion thrives in silence, not spectacle. These are the quiet architects of humanity, unnoticed by the clamor of crowds, yet irreplaceable to those who felt their impact. They don't perform empathy for applause or weaponize kindness for validation. Instead, it radiates from their core, unpolished, unadvertised, and quietly unshakable. Imagine a society addicted to loud heroics, where what is measured in decibels and followers. Now meet the Sigma, a man who redefines strength by rejecting the stage. His power isn't diluted by the need to be seen. Have you ever encountered someone who disarms your pain with a glance, not to fix you, but to remind you you're not broken? That's the Sigma's paradox. Their kindness isn't saccharine or temporary. It's a scalpel, not a sledgehammer, forged in solitude, sharpened by intuition, and wielded with surgical precision. Science whispers secrets here. Studies on introversion reveal a truth. Those who retreat from noise often possess hyper-attuned emotional radar. But Sigmas transcend data. Their empathy isn't performative. It's instinctive, a survival skill honed through lifetimes of observing humanity's unspoken scripts. They won't drown you in hollow affirmations. Instead, they'll hand you a single sentence that cracks your armor, or a silence that speaks louder than a standing ovation. Yet society misreads them. Their refusal to virtue signal is branded as aloofness, their independence mistaken for indifference. Peel back the layers, though, and you'll find a revolutionary kindness, one that sees you not as a project, but as a person. Ever watch the Sigma dismantle a room's tension without uttering a word? They don't rescue, they recognize. A shared glance becomes a lifeline. A question you've dodged for years slips into conversation. They give you space to breathe, then vanish before gratitude traps them. This is no accident. Their empathy is a byproduct of battles fought alone. They've carried their darkness without outsourcing the weight, emerging not with answers, but with the courage to sit with your questions. That's why their compassion never condescends. They meet you at eye level, no savior complex, no hidden agenda, just a silent pact. I've survived my storms. You'll survive yours. So if Sigmas seem enigmatic, it's because their goodness operates outside the rules. They are not here to collect praise or hashtags. They are here to rewrite what strength means. Stay with us as we dissect the Sigma code, the quiet radicals redefining kindness in a world that's forgotten how to listen. You're tuned into the Sigma male community, where empathy wears no mask and the strongest soul speaks softest. 1. Sigma males' quiet strength and empathy. Sigma males are the silent titans of resilience, their strength a deep current beneath a still surface. They don't roar their power or flex for approval. They carry it like a hidden blade, sharp, steady, and unseen until needed. Picture a lone oak in a storm, roots clawing the bedrock as tempests rage. That's their essence. They endure life's chaos with a calm that unnerves the loud and comforts the lost, proving strength isn't noise, it's presence. Their empathy runs as deep as their strength, a quiet river carving through stone. They don't advertise their feelings with tears or grand declarations. They absorb the world's pain and reflect it back as understanding. Having faced their own shadows, they recognize yours, not to pity, but to connect. They master the art of listening to silence, hearing what your words won't say. A Sigma's empathy is a lantern in the dark, illuminating your path without demanding you notice who holds it. It's this blend of power and compassion that makes them magnetic yet mysterious, a paradox that leaves even alpha males questioning their own noise. 2. They understand before they judge. Sigma males are the rare souls who excavate the layers of a person before casting a verdict. In a swipe-left culture addicted to snap judgments, they are the patient archaeologists, brushing away the dust of behavior to unearth the story beneath. They know every scar has a tale, every flaw a context, and they'd rather map that terrain than slap a label on it. This isn't naivety. It's a deliberate choice to see the human, not the headline. That understanding fuels a rare kind of justice. They don't wield insight to excuse weakness, but to ignite potential, offering a mirror that reflects not just your stumbles, but your capacity to stand. Their questions are scalpels, dissecting excuses to reveal the raw truth you've buried. When they look at you, it's with eyes that weigh your soul, not your sins. Their judgment, when it comes, is a compass, not a gavel, pointing you toward growth rather than pinning you to shame. It's a quiet revolution against a world that condemns first and asks questions never. Free, they never let people feel small. Sigma males are architects of dignity, building others up without blueprints or fanfare. They don't toss out cheap praise or stage dramatic rescues. They simply see you, your quiet battles, your buried worth, and acknowledge it with gravity that sticks. They level uneven ground with a glance, turning hierarchies to dust. A fleeting word or a steady gaze from them can shift your footing, making you feel 10 feet tall in a world that shrunk you down. It's not flattery, it's recognition. They dissolve the invisible rank society loves to enforce. No one's beneath them, no one's above. They meet you where you stand, raw and real. This isn't about coddling, it's about stripping away the mask of inferiority others force you to wear. With a Sigma, you're not judged by your title or your failures, but by the spark they know is there, flickering even in your darkest moments. Their respect is a flame. It doesn't blind, it warms. For they love the broken without trying to fix them. Sigma males embrace the shattered with a reverence that defies our fix-it culture. They don't see your cracks as defect to mend or your chaos as a challenge to tame. They see a mosaic, beautiful in its imperfection. To them, brokenness isn't a problem. It's a signature of survival, a testament to battles fought. Their love doesn't come with a repair kit. It comes with a quiet nod that says, "You're enough." This acceptance is their alchemy, turning despair into possibility without a single tool. They don't preach or prod. They sit with you in the wreckage, offering a presence that steadies your pulse. They've learned that healing isn't a command. It's a collaboration with time. Paradoxically, this lack of fixing often sparks healing, because when someone loves you as you are, you start to believe you can rebuild. In a Sigma's orbit, broken isn't a label. It's a starting point, and they're content to let you chart the journey. 5. They heal others while silently bleeding. Sigma males are the clandestine medics of the soul's battlefield, suturing wounds while their own quietly weep. They'll spot your faltering step and steady you, even as their own legs tremble beneath the weight of unseen struggles. Their compassion is a double-edged sword. It saves others but cuts them deepest. This isn't self-neglect. It's a fierce resolve to keep the light on for others, no matter how dim their own flickers. They are the candle that burns at both ends, illuminating your path while they melt away in private. Their healing is a silent art, practiced without applause or acknowledgement. They don't need you to see their scars to trust their salve. They just apply it, through a word, a deed, a moment of unwavering support, and move on. To love a Sigma is to inherit a debt you'll never repay. It's a selfless alchemy, turning their pain into your peace, all while they wrestle their demons behind a curtain of calm. To know a Sigma is to be mended by someone who never asks for mending in return. To the Sigmas among you watching this on the Sigma Male Community Channel, this next truth might strike a chord that's long vibrated in your bones. To those peering into this world from the outside, it's your chance to glimpse the unseen gears of a Sigma's heart. Whether you live this quiet code or marvel at its mystery, what follows is the essence of their legacy, how they weave salvation into shadows without a whisper of credit. Lean in. This is where their impact turns mythic. 6. They save people without letting them know. Sigma males are the shadow architects of fate, course-correcting destinies with the subtlety of a breeze. They don't storm in with banners of heroism. They slip into your story, a timely suggestion, a discreet favor, a connection you'll never trace back, and rewrite your ending. They are the antidote to a world obsessed with viral kindness. They are the chess masters of compassion, moving pieces you didn't know were in play, all to checkmate your despair. Their brilliance is in the disguise. They don't want your gratitude or your spotlight. They want you to stand taller, believing the strength was yours all along. A Sigma's rescue is a sleight of hand. They're one moment, gone the next, leaving you better without knowing why. They are the invisible hands that steady the scales of chaos. They thrive in the anonymity of their victories, content that the world spins a little smoother because of their unseen touch. 7. They are silent protectors, not attention seekers. Sigma males stand as sentinels in the blind spots, their vigilance a quiet hum beneath life's noise. They don't crave the hero's parade or the martyr's tears. They shield you because it's coded into their DNA. Their protection is preemptive, a storm diverted, a foe cushioned, executed with a precision that belies its gentleness. They are the firewall between you and disaster, never flashing a warning sign. They are the wall you lean on without realizing it's there. This guardianship thrives in shadow, not spotlight. They'll disarm a threat with a word or rear out danger with a glance, all while the crowd chatters on, oblivious. Their reward isn't praise but peace, the quiet certainty that you're safe, even if you'll never know their role. In a Sigma's world, protection isn't performance, it's a promise kept to the silence they hold dear. 8. They challenge people to be better without shaming. Sigma males are the catalyst of quiet revolution, igniting your potential without scorching your pride. They don't point fingers or tally faults. They hold up a lantern to the person you could become, daring you to step into its glow. Their silence is a mirror. It reflects your best self back to you. Their challenges are subtle, a question that lingers, a standard they embody, pushing you to climb without dragging you through the mud. It's growth by invitation, not indictment. They live what they preach. Their actions a blueprint for rising above. A Sigma doesn't lecture. He demonstrates, letting his resilience whisper, "You can do this too." Their faith in you isn't loud, but it's unshakable, a foundation you can rebuild on. With them, betterment isn't a punishment for being less. It's a call to be more, answered in your own time. 9. They never guilt trip, even when they should. Sigma males give without ledger. Their kindness a river that flows free of debts. They'll pour out time, effort, even their last reserves, and never brandish a cost. They keep no scoreboard of sacrifices. When you falter or forget to repay, they don't twist the knife of guilt. They step back, preserving their grace and your freedom. It's a purity of intent that defies our transactional age. This restraint is their strength, not their surrender. They know guilt poisons goodwill, turning gifts into chains, and they'd rather walk away than bind you. Their silence isn't cold. It's a shield for their own peace, a refusal to play games with your conscience. In a Sigma's orbit, you're spared the weight of obligation, left only with the echo of their generosity. 10. They offer solutions, not sympathy. Sigma males pierce the fog of sorrow with the clarity of action. They don't linger in the quicksand of pity or drown you in empty words. They forge you a lifeline, practical, precise, and ready to pull you out. Their empathy isn't a soft sigh. It's a map drawn from their own hard-won battles, pointing you to solid ground. They respect you too much to let you wallow. This pragmatism is their love language, a belief in your grit wrapped in a plan. They don't coddle because they trust you can rise, and they equip you to prove it. A Sigma solution isn't just a fix. It's a vote of confidence, a challenge to seize your own power. With them, help isn't a crutch. It's a catalyst transforming tears into triumphs. As we've uncovered in this video, Sigma males are often the kindest and most empathetic humans, though their quiet nature means that goodness can go unnoticed. Their strength lies not in loud gestures, but in the subtle, powerful ways they uplift others, without ever asking for recognition. If you ever felt the impact of a Sigma male's kindness or recognize these traits in yourself, share your story in the comment below. Let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget to like this video if it resonated with you, and subscribe to the Sigma Male community for more deep dives into the world of Sigma males. Until next time, stay strong, stay kind, and remember, sometimes the quietest souls have the loudest impact.